Welcome to our channel SBCL Andal. Today I will teach you class 10 CBSE chapter 2 acid, bases and salt. As you know friends, CBSE has declared that the board exam will be held at the end of this month, and as a part of it I want to help those students who have not revised their lessons, especially the NCERT. As you know, each and every questions will be asked directly from the NCERT, because as you know CBSE has also provided sample papers, and from those questions of the sample paper it is clear that the questions will be asked directly from the NCERT. So if you are studying from any other sources such as any other reference books or your tuition notes or your classroom notes, you may study those notes, but please don't forget to revise the NCERT, because for the board exam NCERT will be treated as the holy book Bible, because each and every important topic and each and every line of the NCERT is important, because directly questions will be asked from it. So without any delay, let's get started. The chapter acid, bases and salt. I will complete this chapter in 3 videos. This is the first video. So let's get started. Acid, bases and salts. You will as I have already told that I will complete the only important topics and lines. So it is not possible to study the book line by line, but I am requesting all of you to revise the chapters before your exam. I am just helping you guide the important lines, the important topics, and wherever possible the concepts. The major thing of the board exam is the concept. So please develop your concept. So let's see. Litmus is a natural indicator. Turmeric is another such indicator. That means litmus and turmeric are natural indicators. What are indicators? Indicators just indicate by changing their color or order when acid or bases are added to it. They either change their color or change their order. There are 2 types of indicators: natural indicator, which is found in the nature naturally, and there are other indicators which are synthetic, that is made by the man-made. There are synthetic indicators such as methyl orange and phenolphthalein. What are the uses of these indicators? These indicators are used for testing acid and bases. Remember, the use of indicators is to test acid and bases. Whether a given substance is acid or base, it can only be known with the help of an indicator. Indicators are of 2 types. Either they can change their color in presence of acid or bases, or they may change their order. So you can see here litmus solution. This is also very important. Litmus solution is a purple dye. Naturally the color of the litmus is purple, which is extracted from the lichen. It is extracted from a plant, lichen, belonging to the division of Thallophyta. You will study in your higher classes about these plants, or in your later chapter of biology, where the classification of plants and animals has been provided. So this belongs to a division of plant called Thallophyta. This is a plant of Thallophyta division and is commonly used as an indicator. When litmus solution is neither acidic nor basic, its color is purple. That means if you have not added any acid or base in its solution, then its color will be purple. That means its natural color is purple. There are many other natural materials like red cabbage leaves, turmeric, colored petals of some flowers such as hydrangea, petunia and geranium. These are the petals of the flowers of some of the flowers such as hydrangea, petunia and geranium. And when we add some acid or base in it, its color changes. So you may be given options and you will be asked that which of the following is correct, which of the following is correct, or which of the following is not an natural indicator. So which of the following is not a natural indicator? So as I have already told you that there are synthetic indicators such as methyl orange and phenolphthalein. So remember, in the NCERT book only two indicators has been given, methyl orange and phenolphthalein, and if you will study the reference books, there has been given more than two, but I have already told you that not a single question will be asked outside the NCERT. So please follow the NCERT very properly. I will guide you how to study the important topics and have concepts simultaneously, because concept is the main thing of the board exam. So these are the natural indicators. Once again I will revise your cabbage leaves, turmeric, colored petals of the flowers such as hydrangea, petunia and geranium. Okay friends, let's go ahead. This is another topic, understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases. What are the chemical properties of acids and bases? We have to know it. If you collect the samples from the lab of the acid such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide, and if you treat with the solution of the litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein or methyl orange, its color will change, and sometimes these indicators tell us whether a substance is acidic or base by changing in the color. They will change their color. If you will add an acid to a blue litmus, then its color will be changed to red, and if you add a base to it, its color will be changed from red to blue. Okay, therefore we can say that a given substance is acid or a base by seeing the color of the solution. However, some substances are whose order changes in the acidic or basic media. Remember, order changes. These are called olfactory indicators. These are called olfactory indicators. Some olfactory indicators are such as chopped onion. If you chopped onion in a plastic bag with some strips of clean cloth and leave it overnight and in a fridge, keep in a fridge, then the clothes may be used as a indicator for acid and bases, because its order will be changed. Its order will be changed. Therefore, chopped onion is used as a olfactory indicator. Sometimes vanilla, onion and clove are olfactory indicators. Okay. Therefore, you will be given an option and will be called which of the following is not which of the following is olfactory indicators. Okay. So you will call vanilla, onion and clove. Clove oil actually is the olfactory indicator. So move ahead. How do acids and bases react with the metals? How do an acid or a base react with the metal? Okay, you can see here a picture. You will see it is the first question given in the sample paper provided by the CBSE. This diagram has been given and you have been asked that this is the bubble and which gas is this. So you may call it, this is the zinc granules, this is the zinc granule, yellow color you are seeing here, this is zinc granule, and in it the yellow color is the dilute sulfuric acid, and you are here seeing some granules. These are the granules of zinc, that is zinc metal. So what happens when zinc reacts with the H2SO4 sulfuric acid, then what happens? Salt is formed, ZnSO4. This is a salt and hydrogen gas is liberated. Zn plus H2SO4, ZnSO4 plus H2. This is the hydrogen gas. So when you will bring a burning candle, then the gas will burn with a pop sound. This is the identification of the gas, because this pop sound is used to identify hydrogen gas. Okay, then your answer will be which gas is it? It is hydrogen gas. Now move to the next topic. You can see here acid and metal. Acid when reacts with a metal, then salt and hydrogen gas is formed. That means you can see an example. If this is HCl and you remember this is Na, sodium metal, acid, this is metal, then what will happen? NaCl, salt is formed and hydrogen gas is formed. So please remember this type of reactions. As far as the sample paper is concerned, they are not asking much number of equations given in the book. They are asking those equations which is conceptual and which is important from exam point of view. So I will guide you to remember those equations, because this equation is very important and very conceptual, that when an acid reacts with a metal, then salt and hydrogen gas is formed. Remember what happens when an acid reacts with a metal? Salt and hydrogen gas is formed. You can see here that when this is alkali, you may call it alkali or base. Base and alkali are same. You will study in your subsequent topics. When alkali reacts with a metal, for example zinc, then sodium zincate, this is a salt is formed and hydrogen gas is liberated. That means you can also say that this is the same as the above equation. You can see here, you can write base plus metal is equal to salt plus hydrogen gas, and you can just touch, you can just match with this. These are the same, either base or acid. The reaction is the same. The reaction is the same. That is, whenever we react an acid or a base with the metal, then salt and hydrogen gas is formed. Remember, salt and hydrogen gas is formed. You can see here just a very important topic, 2.13. This is how do a metal, I just lift it here, how do metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate react with the acid? How do metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate react with the acid? You just remember, you don't have to remember this equation. I have already told you that I will guide you with which reaction is important to remember. You don't have to remember the equation, but only you have to understand what is happening. You have to take the concept only. You have to take the concept only. My English is not very good. I am just trying to tell, so forgive my language. Just take the concept what is given by the equations, and don't write the equation. Okay, then see what is happening. This is the sodium carbonate, and when it reacts with the acid, then salt, hydrogen gas, water and carbon dioxide is produced. If you react with the bicarbonate, this is sodium bicarbonate. You will study later on about these compounds. When react with the acid, then salt, water and carbon dioxide is formed. Further, on passing the carbon dioxide gas evolved through lime water. This is very important. I have already told you, you have to take the concept. You have to understand the concept. So whenever a carbonate, metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, why these are called metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate? Because one of the element is the metal, such as sodium is the metal. You will study in your next chapter about metal and non-metal. Okay, this is the sodium hydrogen carbonate. Because this is why metal carbonate, because one of the element of this compound is metal, which is sodium. Then these are the equations: salt, water and carbon dioxide is formed. This is very important product, carbon dioxide, because when this carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, COH2, lime water, calcium hydroxide, then what happens? Calcium carbonate is formed, and this is the white precipitate, and you will be surprised that this become milky. This become milky. The solution becomes milky. When you passed carbon dioxide from a lime water, then the solution becomes milky and white precipitate is formed. And what are these white precipitate? These are calcium carbonate. And this is the important another topic. On passing the excess carbon dioxide, the following reaction takes place. If you pass excess of carbon dioxide, then what will happen? This calcium carbonate will further react with the water, because water is already available in the solution, and carbon dioxide, then soluble in water, calcium percarbonate is formed. This is I cannot pronounce what is this compound called. You don't have to remember this, but you have to just know that this is soluble in water, and the solution again become clear. The solution, what solution? Milky solution. Milky solution become clear. This is very important because this test is used to identify the carbon dioxide gas. How can you identify a given gas is carbon dioxide or not? You will just taste this gas. You have to pass the gas through lime water, then the solution will become milky, and if you pass excess of carbon dioxide, then it will again become clear. And this is just like a magic that you are passing carbon dioxide, then it becomes milky, that means hazy, the water is becoming hazy, and if you are passing excess of the carbon dioxide, then it is becoming clear. So this is only possible by the carbon dioxide. So this test is used as to identify the carbon dioxide gas. So you just remember the concept only. You don't remember the formula, you don't remember the equation, okay? You just take the concept, because you will see this question has been given in the sample book, that which gas is formed, please hear the question, which gas is formed when a metal carbonate reacts with an acid. You just try to understand the questions which have been asked in the sample paper. They just want to know that whether you have gone through the NCERT book or not. Whether you have taken the concept of the chapter of the NCERT or not. They just want to know only. So please remember that when a metal carbonate reacts with an acid, then carbon dioxide gas is formed. This is very important. So you can see in your sample paper. So this is the general equation. You have to remember this one. I have already told you that I will guide you which equation you have to remember, and this general equation is important, not the formula and anything. Metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, when reacts with the acid, then salt, carbon dioxide and water is formed. This is important. You have to remember this. Okay. So let's go ahead. So friends, I will complete this in next 2 videos. So let's revise in last 2 minutes what we have learned through this video. Acid, bases and salts. The compounds have been divided into 3 categories. In chemistry, the compounds have been divided into 3 categories: acids, bases and salts. Such as you will study in your next chapter that the elements have been classified into 3 categories: metal, non-metal and metalloid. Similarly, compounds have been classified into 3 categories: acid, bases and salts. And in this chapter we will study what are the characteristics or what are the properties of acids, bases and how they react with the metal, non-metal or any other, and how we can know that the given term is acid or not. What are the strengths of the acids? So in this chapter we have studied litmus is a natural indicator and turmeric is also a natural indicator. This color is purple, and methyl orange and phenolphthalein are synthetic indicators. What are the uses of these indicators? They are used to test acid or base. Lichen is originally purple in color, extracted from the lichen plant. They belong to the division Thylophyta plant. This is natural indicator. You can also have some more natural indicator such as red cabbage leaves, turmeric, colored petals of some flowers such as hydrangea, petunia and geranium. These are natural indicators. Some indicators change their order these are called olfactory indicators. These are called olfactory indicators. Remember, this is very important, olfactory indicators. Some examples of olfactory indicators are vanilla, onion, clove. These are olfactory indicators because they change their order when added with acid or base, when reacts with acid or bases. You can see here, this is the sulfuric acid. When sulfuric acid reacts with a metal, then hydrogen gas is formed. You will learn more about in your chapter of metal and non-metal, because where different metals reaction is given, and you will easily tell that which of the following metal will liberate hydrogen from an acid. There is an electrochemical series. The metal which is above the hydrogen can only displace hydrogen from the acid. So you will learn it more about it in your next chapter, acid, metal and non-metal. When acid reacts with a metal, then salt and hydrogen gas is formed. Similarly, when base reacts with the metal, salt and hydrogen gas is formed. What happens when sodium, any metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid? Then salt, water and carbon dioxide is formed. When this carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, then the solution becomes milky, that means hazy. And if you will pass excess carbon dioxide in the solution, then it will become clear. This test is used to identify whether a given gas is carbon dioxide or not. Last reaction, a metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate when reacts with acid, then carbon dioxide is formed. You will study more about in subsequent parts. Thank you friends. I request you to watch all the videos. I will try to give a full concept with a quick revision for your exam. Thank you. If you have understand and if you like, please share with your friends, because they will also be get benefited. Thank you. Thank you.